quietly before the world broke. 19 years of living gone before the dawn. Stars were still above them, dew still on the grass. No one ever told them it would be their last. One sound split the silence, nothing stayed the same. We remember every name written on the stone, every field they walked through, every road back home. Every June that passes, we look to the sky and we remember why. Letters sealed and folded never made it back. Mothers kept on waiting at the garden gate. Flowers left on marble flags that touched the ground. All the words we couldn't say still somehow found, because they held the morning. We hold it now. We remember every name written on the stone, every field they walked through, every road back home. Every June that passes, we look to the sky and we remember why. We will not forget you. We carry what you gave. The children laugh in open fields because of what you saved. We remember every name written on the stone, every field they walked through, every road back home. Every June that passes, we look to the sky and we will always remember the June wind still blows, the same as that morning. He wrote her name in careful ink beside a candle burning low. The shells were falling close that night, but still he had to let her know. He said the hills are cold and steep, but all I see is your front door. Keep the light on just one more night. I'll be there when this is done. He sealed the letter, kissed the page. It never made it past the line. Letters that never arrived home, words that no one ever read, love that crossed 1,000 miles but couldn't cross what lay ahead. Somewhere in a field of June, a name the wind still carries on. Letters that never arrived home, but the love inside was never gone. She waited by the mailbox gate, through winter and through summer rain. The postman came with someone else's news. Her letter never came, but she kept his photograph pressed close and knew that he had tried. Letters that never arrived home, words that no one ever read, love that crossed 1,000 miles but couldn't cross what lay ahead. Somewhere in a field of June, a name the wind still carries on. Letters that never arrived home, but the love inside was never gone. And now we read between the stones the words they never said. Every name engraved in marble is a letter from the dead. Letters that never arrived home, we receive them now too late. In the country that they gave us, in the peace behind the gate. Every June we read them softly, every name we say aloud. Letters that never arrived home, we are their answer, we are their vow. The village bell rang every noon, above the paper doors and clay-tiled roofs. The rice was green, the children ran, the summer river kept its gentle proof. Then one June morning changed it all. The bell rang once and no one rang it twice. A man who planted every spring became a name we carved in stone and ice. The village still stands, but something left that day. A village bell rings for someone who walked into the smoke and didn't turn. A village bell rings for someone who gave the only thing he had to give. Every street remembers, every rooftop knows the name. A village bell rings for someone, and it will never sound the same. His wife still sweeps the courtyard clean. His daughter plants the same old seeds. The neighbors nod, but no one speaks of all the space his absence leaves. The bell still hangs above the town, but rings a little differently now. A village bell rings for someone who walked into the smoke and didn't turn. A village bell rings for someone who gave the only thing he had to give. Every street remembers, every rooftop knows the name. A village bell rings for someone, and it will never sound the same. We came from towns like this, with bells like this, and men like this, who didn't ask for glory, just wanted to come home. A village bell rings for someone across the years, across the hill. A village bell rings for someone, and in this country it rings still. We are the reason that bell kept ringing. We are the village they held in mind. A village bell rings for someone, and we will never leave them behind. She ironed your shirt the morning you left, folded your collar twice. She said, come back before the first snow falls. But the first snow came and passed. She kept your bowl beside the table still, filled it with rice each night, turned the lamp on at the window ledge, and waited till the light. Some doors we open only once, some sons don't find the road back in. Your mother waited at the gate long after everyone had gone. Your mother waited at never touch the things you left. Your mother waited at the gate. She loved you with her very last breath. The letter came on a Tuesday. A man in uniform stood still. She read it once and folded it and placed it on the windowsill. She never wept in front of us. She only looked up at the hill, as if you might come walking down. She waited there, she's waiting still. A mother's love outlasts the war, outlasts the stone, outlasts it all. Your mother waited at the gate long after everyone had gone. Your mother waited at the gate dawn. She never moved the chair you sat in, never touched the things you left. Your mother waited at the gate. She loved you with her very last breath. This country stands because a mother stood at a gate and believed you were coming home. Your mother waited at the gate. We stand there with her now. Your mother waited at the gate, and we will keep her vow. We will not forget your name, son. We will not let the memory fade. Your mother waited at the gate, and so we wait, and so we stay. He used to say, when all of this is done, I'll plant the southern field with spring rice shoots. I'll build a fence along the water's edge and let my children play among the roots. He drew a map on paper with a stick. The barn would go just east of the old well. He laughed and said, I'll grow the finest grain this valley's ever grown. You'll see, you'll tell. He set that dream down in a field. He never came back from the rice fields you dreamed about. He's still here, still growing tall. The rice fields is working it for you now. His brother planted where he said he would. Each spring he thinks of everything he drew. The barn, the fence, the children in the field, the life his brother gave so we'd get through. The roots go deep in soil like this, where dreams and sacrifice are one. The rice field you dreamed about is still here, still growing tall. The rice field you dreamed about, we tend it now, we tend it all. Your hands that held a rifle were made to hold the plow. The rice field you dreamed about, someone else is working it for you now. Every harvest that we bring in, every bowl of rice we fill, carry something of your longing, carry something of your will. The rice field you dreamed about is every field in this green land. The rice field you dreamed about was planted by your open hand. And every June we face the mountains and we thank you for the plow. The rice field you dreamed about is everything we're living now. Chosen was a lake that winter, frozen solid gray and wide. 19 years old and shaking, no place left to run or hide. 40 below, and still they held the line. Boots gone stiff, hands that couldn't feel. But no one turned their back on who they guarded. No one broke what had to stay as steel. They didn't ask for history, they just refused to fall. 19 in the snow, too young to understand. 19 in the snow, holding what this country had. The cold took everything but courage, the dark took everything but name. 19 in the snow, and they held and held and held the same. Some came back with frostbite silence. Some came back without a hand. Some didn't come back at all that winter, but all of them held what had to stand. We found their names in frozen archives, 19, barely 19 years. 19 in the snow, too young to understand. 19 in the snow, holding what this country had. The cold took everything but courage, the dark took everything but name. 19 in the snow, and they held and held and held the same. If you were 19 now, you'd walk the same streets they saved. You'd never know chosen's cold, or the price of what you have, but someone 19 paid it in a winter none of us could know. 19 in the snow, we say your name with care. 19 in the snow, this warm country that we share. We feel it every winter when the cold comes off the hill. 19 in the snow, you are 19 with us still. At the Nakdong line they dug in deep. The last ground left to give was none. Every man who stood there had a name, a wife at home, a daughter or a son. They weren't soldiers first, they were fathers first. They were someone's boy from someone's town. But they made a wall with everything they had, and they swore that line would not go down. History remembers battles, we remember the men. Someone's son, someone's father stood at that river and held the tide. Someone's son, someone's father gave the only ground he couldn't give. And because that line held steady, this country did not fall. Someone's son, someone's father stood up and saved us all. His daughter found his army tag tucked inside an old tin box. She traced the numbers with her thumb and couldn't speak from that day on. But she raised her children on the story of the river and the stand, and now her grandchildren walk free across that same green land. What they gave was more than ground. It was everyone that came after. Someone's son, someone's son, someone's father stood at that river and held the tide. Someone's son, someone's son, someone's father gave the only ground he couldn't give. And because that line held steady, this country did not fall. Someone's son, someone's father stood up and saved us all. Look at the children in this country, running free, not knowing why. They are free because a father stood at a river and said, not one step behind. Someone's son, someone's son, someone's father, we carry you inside this land. Someone's son, someone's son, someone's father. This country is the work of your hands. We are your children, we are your reason. We are the ones who live because you stood. Someone's son, someone's son, someone's father. You were so much more than good. 12 times they took that hill, 12 times they took it back. The ground was not the point of it, it was the line they wouldn't crack. White Horse Hill they called it, for the shape it left in the sky. 2 weeks of holding, giving, taking, until the dead outnumbered wide. Not a hill worth dying for, except it was worth everything. The hill we held until dawn was never just a hill. The hill we held until dawn was every field and home behind it still. They fell and rose and fell again and found something they didn't know they had. The hill we held until dawn was the line between the saved and lost. A corporal said before he fell, I don't know why we're still up here. And then he turned and went back up, the 13th time without his fear. Courage isn't never being scared, it's going. lost. We've never climbed a hill like that. We'll never know the weight they carried, but we live below the hilltop now in peace. They left us when they fell. The hill we held until dawn, we honor every name. The hill we held until dawn, no warning here was ever the same. This country's dawn breaks over everything they gave. The hill we held until dawn, the hill will always hold, forever safe. The night before Incheon, the sea was dark and still. 10,000 men checked weapons on a tide against all will. MacArthur looked at charts and said, they said it couldn't be done. The odds were 1 in 5,000, but someone had to be the one. When all the maps say turn around, some men keep sailing on. An oath carved into the mountain will outlast the men who swore it. An oath carved into the mountain is the country that they bore it. They landed on impossible shores and changed the story overnight. An oath carved into the mountain became this nation standing in the light. Among the thousands was a boy from a town below a hill who said, I'll go because it's right and someone has to still. He never made it past the port, but something of him stayed in the country that got up again, in the price that he had paid. Not all who shape the future live to see the shape it takes. An oath carved into the mountain will outlast the men who swore it. An oath carved into the mountain is the country that they bore it. They landed on impossible shores and changed the story overnight. became this nation, standing in the light. Incheon still faces the sea, the same sea that carried them in. We walk that shore in peacetime now, and feel the weight of where we've been. An oath carved into the mountain, we trace it with our hands today. An oath carved into the mountain is the ground on which our children play. We are the answer to that landing. We are the reason they set sail. An oath carved into the mountain will never, never, never fail. Before they hit the shore, the men looked up and didn't speak. The stars above Incheon Bay were every star above their home that week. One man found the Southern Cross and said, "That's where my village sits." Another found the Milky Way and said goodbye through all of it. Some prayers don't come out as words, they come out as a long hard look at the sky. Stars over Incheon Bay, you saw what we could never see. Stars over Incheon Bay, you watched over every family. Every man who looked up at you was looking back at someone home. Stars over Incheon Bay, no one made it to the shore alone. A photograph from someone's pocket, a daughter's drawing folded small. The things men carry into battle are the things that matter most of all. And when the landing craft hit shore, chaos was the only word. Those things still rested soft things they had preferred. The stars were there for all of it, and they're still there tonight. Stars over Incheon Bay, you saw what we could never see. Stars over Incheon Bay, you watched over every family, every man who looked up at you was looking back at someone home. Stars over Incheon Bay, no one made it to the shore alone. Look up tonight from wherever you are. Those same stars are still above Incheon, and they still remember every face that looked up on that night in 1950. Stars over Incheon Bay, we look up from the same ground now. Stars over Incheon Bay, we made it here because of how they held those photographs and letters and went into the dark for us. Stars over Incheon Bay, in you we place our thanks and trust. They shipped out under different skies to jungles no Korean map had drawn. The tigers and the blue dragons arrived before the jungle dawn. They were asked to go for reasons larger than any single man could hold. 40,000 crossed the water into a story never fully told. Some wars don't come with simple answers, only men who answered anyway. The bridge built without a name connects two countries' grief tonight. The bridge built without a name was paid for in a foreign fight. Korean hands in Vietnamese jungle, Korean names in a foreign rain. The bridge built without a name still bears the weight they built into the grave. 5,000 never made it home, 5,000 names we sometimes forget. Between the wars we talk about more loudly and the ones we haven't honored yet. They came back changed in ways that didn't day, and some of them were built by men who never said what it cost to lay. The bridge built without a name, we give it every name we know. The bridge built without a name was built so far away from home. But every bridge in this country carries something of that foreign ground. The bridge built without a name is where their sacrifice is found. He wrote that April in the jungle was nothing like the April back at home. The rain came differently, he said, and he had never felt so far from known. He planted something small beside the camp, a seed he brought from his mother's garden wall. He said, I'll watch it grow till orders change. But orders came before the first green call. Some springs begin and don't complete. Some seeds are planted far from home. A soldier's unfinished spring is every spring we finish for him now. A soldier's unfinished spring is every blossom, every open bough. He never saw what grew from what he planted, never walked his village road in May. The soldier's unfinished spring blooms in everything we live today. His sister kept the letter with the seed inside the same old envelope for years. And every spring she plants one in his honor, and every spring she tends it without tears, because she knows that's how he'd want it. Not the grief, but something living green. A soldier's way of saying I was here. A soldier's way of staying in the scene. The living tend what soldiers start, and carry forward what they couldn't end. A soldier's unfinished spring is every spring we finish for him now. A soldier's unfinished spring is every blossom, every open bough. He never saw what grew from what he planted, never walked his village road in May. The soldier's unfinished spring blooms in every everything we live today. Plant something this spring for everyone who didn't come home to see the blooms that were waiting. The soldier's unfinished spring, we finish it with everything we grow. A soldier's unfinished spring is in this land from coast to coast below. We are the harvest of their planting. We are the spring they didn't get to see. A soldier's unfinished spring is all the seasons setting this land free.
January 21, the capital held its breath. 31 came through the mountain, 31 who dealt in death. But the men who stood against them wore the uniform with pride, and some of them were humming old songs right up until the night they died. We remember more than battles, we remember what they carried. The last song he hummed was something from his village. The last song he hummed was something like a prayer. The last song he hummed was everything he about this country. The last song he hummed is still moving through the air. Choi Gyu-sik stopped the car that night and paid with everything he had. He was a father on his way to work. He never made it home to sad. And Captain Cho Jong-ri drew his pistol and held the line so others could pull back. We bury things like this inside our history, but the songs don't let us keep them back. Some men saved us on that January morning and never lived to hum another verse. The last song he hummed was something from his village. The last song he hummed was something like a prayer. The last song he hummed was everything he loved about this country. The last song he hummed is still moving through the air. Soul is still here because men stood that night in the dark of January and hummed old songs and held the line. The last song he hummed, we sing it in his place. The last song he hummed echoes in this city's streets and space. Every ordinary day we live is the song song he didn't get to finish, the last song he hummed. We hum it back with grace. In the autumn mountain villages, the infiltrators came by night. The ones who swore to protect the valley held the dark till morning light. A policeman from Incheon held the road alone. A village guard from Samchok didn't run. They had no armor and no air support, just the duty that they'd taken on. Ordinary men in ordinary villages did extraordinary things. She kept his photo on the dresser, in the same frame she bought at market day. She kept his photo on the dresser, and she talked to him the ordinary way. In the mountain town they loved together. She raised the children on his name. She kept his photo on the dresser, and every morning it was never the same. The mountains he had walked his whole life became the place he gave his last defense. The village that had been his whole world became the place that held his evidence. She still lives in that village now. The dresser's older, worn and gray, but the photo catches morning light the same. And she tells him about the grandkids every day. The villages survived because these men stood, but the families carry it forever. She kept his photo on the dresser, in the same frame she bought at market day. She kept his photo on the dresser, and she talked to him the ordinary way. In the mountain town they loved together. She raised the children on his name. She kept his photo on the dresser, and every morning it was never the same. In the towns no one remembers, along the eastern mountain roads, there are dressers in small houses, holding photos, holding stories that this country owes. She kept his photo on the dresser,
We keep it in this song today. She kept his photo on the dresser, and we will not let it fade away, because the mountains that he guarded are still green and still alive. She kept his photo on the dresser, and so will we, until the end of time.
Rangoon, October '83. The delegation never saw it come. 17 who served this nation never made the trip back home. They went to build a bridge between two countries. They went with open hands and open will. A bomb was all it took to steal them from us. The world moved on, but we are standing still. We remember every name that never made it back from Rangoon. Children running in the fields you saved, laughing ways you never heard. Children running in the fields you saved, carry forward every word. You were building something when they took you. You were building for a world like this. Children running in the fields you saved is all the answer that there is. Foreign Minster Lee and Suh and Kim and others who had given years of work. They didn't go to war that October morning. They went to serve, and that was all it took. We said their names in every ceremony, and the years kept moving like they do. But somewhere in this country, a child ran through a field today because of you. Innocence survived because they served, and that is not a small thing. Children running in the fields you saved, laughing ways you never heard. Children running in the fields you saved, carry forward every word. You were building something when they took you. That there is. From Rangoon we carried grief home, and then we rose and kept on building, because that's what the fallen would have had us do. Children running in the fields you say, we see our faces in their run.
why we hold your memory so dear.
A summer morning at Panmunjom, they were trimming the poplar by the bridge, a routine task that needed doing, nothing anyone would now predict. The axes came from men who had no right to cross the line they'd crossed that day. Two officers who only carried clippers were taken by the hatred in their way. At the line where peace was always only paper, the price of standing there was never small. Flowers on the 38th parallel grow where no one thought that they could grow. They died in peace, not war, that August morning. They died for showing up and standing there. Flowers on the 38th parallel bloom every year because they dared to care. Captain Boniface and Lieutenant Barrett, their names carved into a different kind of stone. And the Korean soldiers who stood with them, who also bled and made that line a home. Operation Paul Bunyan came 3 days later. The whole world watched a poplar get cut down, but no mission ever cuts through grief like this. The silence is the loudest thing around. Some losses happen in the space between the wars we fight and call by name. Flowers on the 38th parallel grow where no one thought that they could grow. Below, they died in peace, not war, that August morning. They died for showing up and standing there. Flowers on the 38th parallel bloom every year because they dared to care. The line is still there, the flowers still grow each summer in
the thin green strip of earth between what is and what should be. Flowers on the 38th parallel, we place them down with careful hands today. Flowers on the 38th parallel, for every day the border took away. And if that line should ever finally open, if that long divided road becomes one, flowers on the 38th parallel will bloom for everything they gave, for everything they've done.
March 26, 2010, the yellow sea swallowed a hull. 46 who served below the waterline, and not one made it to the call. They were 20-something, barely started. They had plans for spring and summer too. The Incheon went down in the darkness and took 46 futures with it through. The sea doesn't keep a country's grief, it just keeps going either way.
White chrysanthemums in June,
For the 46 who sleep beneath the tide.
white chrysanthemums in June,
For the ones who gave the most and didn't hide. The yellow sea is calm now on the surface, but it carries what it cannot lay to rest.
white chrysanthemums in June,
We place them on the water of our chest. The family stood at Pyeongtaek Harbor, waiting for a ship that wouldn't dock. The Navy pulled the hull up from the bottom, and the nation stood in shock. And then the argument replaced the mourning, the politics of who and how and why. But 46 still sleep below the water, and no argument will close that family's cry. Beyond every argument is 46 names and 46 families who know the truth.
white chrysanthemums in June,
For the 46 who sleep beneath the tide.
white chrysanthemums in June,
For the ones who gave the most and didn't hide. The yellow sea is calm now on the surface, but it carries what it cannot lay to rest.
white chrysanthemums in June,
We place them on the water of our chest.
take. White chrysanthemums in June, we lay them at the harbor gate. White chrysanthemums in June, for 46 who didn't hesitate. They served this country in the cold and darkness. They served it till the very moment's end. White chrysanthemums in June, for 46 we will always call our friends.
Incheon 99, the first exchange. The patrol boats held the northern limit line. And then 2002 they came again, and 6 Korean sailors crossed the line. They weren't looking for a battle that June morning. They were holding what was always theirs to hold. But 6 came home in flags instead of vessels, and the sea around Incheon ran cold. The line at sea was always more than a line. It was everything that floated free behind it. A new Korea in an old photograph was bought with more than anyone could see. A new Korea in an old photograph was the price of staying whole and staying free. Those 6 who fell at Incheon in the summer were holding up the corner of this frame. A new Korea in an old photograph, and every face inside it bears their name. Young-ha and Han Sang-guk and others, they were barely past the start of everything. The photo on the metal wall is young, too young for all the weight that day would bring. But they held the line with everything they carried, and they didn't leave the waters that were ours. The Incheon still stands in the yellow sea today, because they stood in those last hours. The photograph develops every year into a country worth the price they paid. A new Korea in an old photograph
was the price of staying whole and staying free. Those 6 who fell at Incheon in the summer were holding up the corner of this frame, a new Korea in an old photograph, and every face inside it bears their name. Look at this country now. Look at what was saved at Incheon. Look at the children, the cities, the coast. And though it costs 6 names to keep it in the frame, a new Korea in an old photograph. Here's every photo in this country now. A new Korea in an old photograph was possible because of those who vowed to hold the line at sea against the cold, to hold it with their bodies if they must. A new Korea in an old photograph, developed from their sacrifice and trust.
November 2010, the shells fell on Yeonpyeong Island. Civilians ran through smoke and fire, and Marines stood at the line and timed it. Sergeant Seo and Corporal Moon were 23 and barely more. They held their post when everything was falling, and gave what 23 should never have to give. The island's still there, the oath they swore is still there within. The oath we carry still was made by men who made it with their lives. The oath we carry still was sworn by those who didn't all survive. The Incheon still flies its flag above the water. The Incheon still wakes to the same Korean dawn. The oath we carry still was bought by those who carried it and went on. The families of the island came back later to the houses that the shelling had destroyed, and built them back with everything still shaking, because leaving was a thing they could not afford. Because the island was their home before the shelling, and after it, it still belonged to them. And something in that stubbornness said clearly, we take the oath these soldiers left and spend.
The civilians on Yeonpyeong carried something that the shells could never take away. The oath we carry still was made by men who made it with their lives. The oath we carry still was sworn by those who didn't all survive. Yeonpyeong still flies its flag above the water. Yeonpyeong still wakes to the same Korean dawn. The oath we carry still was bought by those who carried it and went on. From every shell that fell on that island, something grew back. From every name that was taken, something stayed. And the oath was never broken. The oath we carry still is in this song and every song before. The oath we carry still is what we pass to every open door. From Yeonpyeong to the Nakdong to the snow of chosen. From every border, every sea, every field. The oath we carry still is the only vow this nation will not yield.
From the summer of 1950 to the islands in the Yellow Sea, from the jungles of a foreign country to the mountains guarding you and me. Every name on every stone and plaque, every photo on a dresser drawer, every village bell that rang unanswered is the reason we are here and more. We have walked through 20 songs of you, and we are not the same. We remember, we go on, carrying everything you gave. We remember, we go on, beyond the grief, beyond the grave. This country is the song you left us, every street and field and open shore. We remember, we go on, and we will go on forevermore. You were 19 in the snow, you were fathers by the gate. You were humming your last village song, you were holding on too late. You were planting seeds in foreign jungles, you were holding lines at sea. You were everything this country needed when
this country needed everything. And because of all of that, we are still here, and so is this. We remember, we go on, carrying everything you gave. We remember, we go on, beyond the grief, beyond the grave. This country is the song you left us, every street and field and open shore. We remember, we go on, and we will go on forevermore. To every mother at the gate, to every child who never got the father home, to every village where the bell rang once, to every soldier buried far from home. We have not forgotten, we will not forget. This is our promise, this is our debt, this is our gratitude, and this is our song. We remember, we go on. June comes and we say every name. We remember, we go on, and this country is never quite the same. From the frozen hills of Chosin to Yeonpyeong in the sea, we remember, we go on. We are free because of you, and we go on because we are free.